At the edge of the known world lies a continent unlike any other. A place where distance is measured not by roads or cities, but by endless horizons. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, and most isolated continent on Earth. Yet its importance reaches far beyond its frozen shores. This is a place where the planet keeps its memories. Inside layers of ancient ice are stories from a world long before human civilization existed. Stories of changing climates, changing oceans, and a planet that has never stopped transforming. Today, those who travel here still experience the feeling of entering a world where humans are temporary visitors. The ice that covers this continent is more than frozen water. It is a historical record. Each layer preserves information about Earth's atmosphere, temperature, and environment. Scientists come here to study the past because the past helps explain the future. The frozen landscape is not silent, it is speaking. From above, Antarctica can appear empty. But beneath the ice and across the surrounding oceans exists a world full of life. Species here have evolved through extraordinary challenges. Every creature here represents a relationship between life and environment, a balance created over generations. But Antarctica is only one chapter. Some landscapes are measured in distance, others are measured in time. The Grand Canyon is both. Every layer of rock is a page, every color reveals a different chapter. This is not simply a canyon, it is Earth's memory exposed. The Colorado River, one of the great architects of this landscape, has for millions of years moved through this region, gradually cutting deeper into the Earth's surface. Layers of rock reveal changing environments, ancient oceans, deserts, and mountain systems. But the canyon is not an empty monument to geology. For thousands of years, indigenous communities have maintained deep connections with this landscape. The meaning of a place is not only found in its physical form, it is also found in the memories carried through generations. Beyond the deserts of the Northern Hemisphere, another landscape reveals a different chapter of Earth's story. A place where mountains continue to rise, where glaciers continue to move, where wilderness remains a defining force. Patagonia. At the southern edge of South America lies a region shaped by extremes. Massive mountains rise above open plains. Ancient forests meet frozen glaciers. Here, nature is not a background, it is the main character. For travelers who come here, the challenge is not only reaching a destination, it is learning to move with the landscape. The Grand Canyon and Patagonia appear different, one carved by rivers over unimaginable time, the other shaped by glaciers, mountains, and powerful forces still active today. Yet they tell the same story. Earth is never finished. It is always moving, always transforming. The landscapes we admire are not permanent monuments. They are moments in a much larger journey. A journey that began billions of years ago. To stand on this continent, or at the edge of these canyons, is to experience a rare perspective, a reminder that Earth existed long before us, and that its story will continue long after us. Protecting these places is not only about saving a distant world, it is about protecting the planet we all call home. Welcome to an extraordinary journey across our living planet, where isolated ecosystems hold the secrets to life's resilience and wonder. We dive deep into the Great Barrier Reef, a shimmering underwater metropolis built by billions of tiny organisms over countless millennia. Among these vibrant corridors, marine scientist Raoul observes the delicate balance of the reef, documenting the health of this vital architecture. Every turtle, ray, and school of fish plays a part in this interconnected world, where humanity's future is inextricably linked to the sea. From the depths of the ocean, we travel to the volcanic shores of the Galápagos Islands, forged in fire and isolation. Here, evolution took a unique path. Giant tortoises and marine iguanas thrive in a landscape unlike any other on Earth. Isolation is a powerful force, creating life forms that seem to belong to another era, yet remain dangerously fragile today. As Darwin once sketched these wonders, modern conservationists now race to protect them from the encroaching shadows of climate change. Across the globe, another giant breathes, the Amazon rainforest, an endless canopy that regulates the very air we inhale. Beneath the emerald roof lies a world within a world, teeming with jaguars, macaws, and the ancient wisdom of its people. Indigenous Guide. Roll 02 shares the secrets of the forest, explaining how every plant contributes to the survival of the whole. Water is the lifeblood here. The Amazon River winds like a serpent, transforming the land with its seasonal rhythm. Thousands of miles away, water finds another grand expression at Victoria Falls, the smoke that thunders across the African plains. Guide Roll C reminds us that this force of nature is more than a spectacle. It is a sacred connection to the Earth's memory. From the mist of the falls to the rain of the Amazon, water connects every living system in a grand orchestral finale. We are the guardians of these extraordinary places. To protect them is to ensure the heartbeat of our planet continues for generations. Across the northern edge of Europe, the land appears to have been carved by giants. The Norwegian Fjords are among the most dramatic meeting points between land and sea on Earth. Deep valleys cut into mountains. Cliffs rise thousands of feet above dark waters. Waterfalls descend from landscapes shaped by ancient ice. These places were not created quickly. They are the result of immense forces working across unimaginable periods of time. Glaciers moved slowly through the landscape, carving pathways through stone. When the ice retreated, the ocean entered these valleys. The result was a landscape where mountains and water became permanently connected. For centuries, people living beside the fjords learned to adapt to a landscape defined by isolation. The mountains created barriers, the sea created pathways. Communities developed around fishing, farming, and maritime traditions. Here, geography shaped culture. The landscape influenced where people lived, how they traveled, and how they understood their relationship with nature. Today, visitors arrive from around the world to experience these dramatic environments. But the fjords remain more than scenery. They remain living landscapes, places where people continue to negotiate their relationship with the natural world. High in Bolivia's Andes lies a landscape that appears to exist between earth and sky. Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, a place where the horizon disappears. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms the surface into a perfect mirror. The boundary between land and sky fades. Travelers appear to walk through the clouds. The landscape becomes an illusion. But beneath this extraordinary surface lies a story of ancient environments. Millions of years ago, vast lakes covered this region. As the water disappeared, minerals remained behind, creating one of the planet's most unusual landscapes. For local communities, Salar de Uyuni is not only a natural wonder, it is also a place of work, tradition, and connection. The same landscape that inspires visitors supports everyday life. Some of Earth's greatest wonders are not created on the ground. They happen above it. The Aurora Borealis is a reminder that our planet is connected to the wider universe. Particles from the sun travel through space. When they interact with Earth's atmosphere, light appears across the night sky. For generations, northern communities have watched these lights and created stories around them. A scientific phenomenon, a cultural symbol, a moment when the sky itself becomes part of human imagination. Across this first journey around Earth, one truth becomes clear. Our planet is not a single landscape. It is a collection of extraordinary stories. Ice records, ancient climates, rivers carve continents, oceans create hidden worlds, forests breathe, mountains rise, skies come alive with light. Every place reveals another expression of the forces that shaped Earth. And every journey changes the way we see our home. The wonders of Earth are not simply places to visit. They are reminders of the incredible planet that allows every journey to exist. Across the planet, nature has created landscapes that seem almost impossible. Mountains, oceans, forests, and deserts reveal the extraordinary forces that shaped Earth over millions of years. But the story of our planet is not written only in landscapes. It is also written in the footsteps of those who came before us. Across ancient cities, forgotten kingdoms, and remarkable monuments, humanity has left behind its own chapter in Earth's story. Now our journey continues into the worlds created by human imagination, ambition, and memory. For thousands of years, these stones have watched civilizations rise and disappear. They have witnessed kingdoms become memories, languages change, cities vanish, yet they remain. The Pyramids of Giza are among humanity's most enduring creations. But their greatest mystery is not only how they were built, it is why. Why would a civilization dedicate generations of effort to creating monuments that reach toward the heavens? Why carve eternity into stone? The answer reveals something fundamental about humanity. Our desire to remember, to understand our place in the universe, and to leave behind a message that survives beyond our own lifetime. Built more than 4,000 years ago during Egypt's Old Kingdom, the pyramids represent one of the greatest engineering achievements of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. For ancient Egyptians, these structures were not simply enormous buildings, they were part of a larger belief system connecting life, death, and the cosmos. The pyramid represented a pathway between Earth and the heavens, a physical expression of humanity's relationship with forces greater than itself. The construction required extraordinary organization. Stone had to be quarried, transported, shaped, and positioned with remarkable precision. The achievement was not only architectural, it was social. Thousands of people contributed skills, knowledge, and labor toward a shared vision. Great monuments often cause us to focus on rulers, but behind every achievement are ordinary people whose stories are equally important. The builders of the pyramids were not simply anonymous workers, they were craftsmen, engineers, stone workers, families, communities. Their work transformed an idea into one of the most recognizable symbols of human civilization. For modern researchers, the pyramids continue to raise questions. How exactly were materials moved? How were measurements achieved with such precision? What can these structures reveal about the people who created them? Each discovery adds another piece to a story still unfolding. Ancient Egypt was a civilization deeply connected to the sky, the movement of the sun, the cycles of the seasons, the patterns of the stars. These were not distant observations, they influenced agriculture, religion, architecture, and daily life. The pyramids have survived because they were built from stone, but they endure because they represent something more powerful, an idea. The belief that human beings can create something that reaches beyond their own moment in history. The builders are gone. The kingdom that created them has changed beyond recognition. Yet, the message remains. Humanity has always looked beyond itself. We build, we explore, we create. Because we are searching for meaning in a world far larger than ourselves. And across the planet, other civilizations would leave their own messages carved into the landscape, messages waiting to be discovered. Hidden within the mountains of southern Jordan lies a city that seems almost impossible. Not built upon the landscape, but carved from it. For centuries, Petra remained unknown to much of the outside world. Its entrances were concealed within narrow valleys, protecting a city that once stood at the center of one of the ancient world's greatest trading networks. Today, millions arrive seeking the famous image of the treasury. But Petra's true story extends far beyond a single monument. It is the story of a civilization that understood geography, commerce, and survival. A city shaped by the desert itself. More than 2,000 years ago, the Nabateans transformed this harsh environment into a thriving center of civilization. Their achievement was not simply architectural, it was environmental. In a landscape where water was scarce, they created sophisticated systems. They understood the desert, they learned its rhythms. They built a city where others saw only wilderness. Caravans carrying spices, incense, textiles, and precious goods passed through Petra. The city became a meeting point between cultures. Ideas traveled alongside merchants, languages mixed, architecture absorbed influences from distant civilizations. Petra was never isolated, it was a crossroads, a place where the ancient world connected. Like many great cities, Petra eventually changed. Trade routes shifted, political powers transformed. The world moved on, but the stone remained. For centuries, Petra existed quietly within its mountains. Across another continent, another civilization looked toward the sky and transformed knowledge into architecture. In the forests of the Yucatan, the Maya created cities where mathematics, astronomy, and spirituality became written into stone. Chichén Itzá was more than a city. It was a place where observation of the natural world shaped human understanding. The Maya studied the movements of the sun, moon, and planets with extraordinary precision. Their architecture reflected this relationship. At Chichén Itzá, architecture became a calendar. The movement of sunlight across the pyramid creates patterns connected to the cycles of the year. For the Maya, astronomy guided agriculture, ceremonies, and the organization of society. The Maya civilization did not disappear. Its descendants continue to preserve traditions that connect the present with the ancient world. Across deserts and forests, humanity has always searched for ways to preserve knowledge. The Nabateans carved mountains, the Maya aligned temples. Across northern China, a stone pathway crosses mountains, deserts, and valleys. It stretches across thousands of kilometers. From a distance, it appears almost impossible, a human creation following the shape of the earth itself. The Great Wall is often described as a barrier, but its true story is more complex. It was a frontier and a communication network. Watchtowers allowed messages to travel across vast distances. Signals of smoke and fire connected distant communities. For those who built and maintained it, the wall was daily work, stone by stone, generation after generation. Today, the Great Wall is not simply a monument, it is part of a living landscape. Communities continue to exist around it. Across Asia, another civilization was creating a monument to express a vision of the universe itself. Deep within the forests of Cambodia, Angkor Wat rose as a bridge between humanity and the divine. It represented a vision of order, a representation of the universe expressed through architecture and the spiritual realm. At its height, Angkor was a vast urban landscape connected by roads, reservoirs, and temples, a city built through imagination. But the stones continued to tell its story. Today, preserving Angkor is about protecting memory and the connection between generations. Different worlds, different beliefs, yet the same desire to create something greater than ourselves, something that can carry our stories forward. High above the modern city of Athens stands a place where humanity began asking some of its most important questions. What is justice? What is knowledge? Who should have power? What does it mean to be a citizen? The Acropolis is not only a collection of ancient buildings, it is a symbol of ideas that traveled far beyond the walls of this city. Here, architecture became philosophy. Stone became a statement about human ambition. The ancient Athenians created one of history's most influential cultural centers. They developed new approaches to politics, theater, mathematics, art, and philosophy. The city became a place where ideas were debated publicly, where thinkers questioned assumptions, where citizens gathered to discuss the future of their society. The legacy of Athens is visible throughout the modern world. Many concepts of democracy and philosophical inquiry trace connections back to this ancient city. But history is never simple. Ancient Athens was also a society of contradictions. Its achievements existed alongside conflict and inequality. Understanding Athens means understanding both its brilliance and its complexity. The influence of Greece would travel across the Mediterranean. But another civilization would transform those ideas into the foundations of a great empire: Rome. Rome was built on ambition. Its engineers created roads, bridges, and cities across a vast empire. Its architects designed structures for function and spectacle. At the center of this world stood the Colosseum, a monument that reveals both the achievements and contradictions of Roman civilization. When the Colosseum opened nearly 2,000 years ago, it was one of the largest entertainment venues ever created. Tens of thousands gathered here. They witnessed contests and performances designed to demonstrate the power of Rome. The building itself was a monumental engineering achievement. A complex system of tunnels and structures allowed enormous crowds to move efficiently. But the Colosseum also reveals difficult truths. Behind the spectacle were human lives shaped by violence and inequality. Gladiators became symbols of courage, yet their existence reflected a heavy cost. Great civilizations are rarely only stories of achievement, they are also stories of choices. Athens gave humanity questions. Rome demonstrated the power of organization. Both left behind ideas that continue to shape our world. Their monuments represent human imagination, the desire to build communities to search for knowledge, and to leave evidence that we were here. Across continents, civilizations created monuments to power and belief. But some were built to express love, memory, and the search for beauty. Along the banks of India's Yamuna River stands a monument built from one of humanity's most universal emotions: love. The Taj Mahal is often recognized for its beauty, but behind its perfect symmetry is a deeply human story of devotion, loss, and remembrance. Commissioned by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan as a mausoleum for Mumtaz Mahal, thousands of craftsmen contributed to its construction. The result was a carefully designed expression of harmony. Every detail was created with intention, light, geometry, and symmetry combined. The Taj Mahal remains not only a symbol of the past, but a connection to living traditions and the human search for beauty. Long before written history, humans were already creating places designed to connect Earth with the sky. Stonehenge has stood for thousands of years. Its creators left no written explanation, no single message carved into stone. Yet the monument continues to raise questions. Stonehenge demonstrates something fundamental. Our ancestors watched, they measured, they searched for patterns in the natural world and the movement of the sun. Whether ceremonial or astronomical, Stonehenge represents humanity's desire to understand our place within a much larger universe. The greatest monuments of humanity are not always measured by size. Some are powerful because of what they represent: a promise, a memory. The ancient worlds leave us with a powerful lesson. Civilizations disappear, empires change, buildings age, but the human desire to create meaning remains. Who are we? What do we believe? The answer is written across the planet in stone. And the story of humanity continues. The civilizations of the past reveal what humanity can create. Their monuments, ideas, and traditions continue to influence the world we know today. But humanity is only one part of a much larger story. Beyond our cities and borders exists another world, ancient, powerful, and constantly changing, a world shaped by evolution, a world where survival, adaptation, and connection define every living moment. Our journey now returns to the wild heart of Earth. Every year, across the plains of East Africa, one of the greatest movements of life on Earth begins. Millions of animals follow a path written not on maps but in memory. They move with the seasons, following rain, following grass, following the ancient rhythm that has shaped this landscape for thousands of generations. The Great Migration is often described as a spectacle, but it is more than that. It is a story of survival, a journey where every step connects countless lives across an entire ecosystem. The Serengeti ecosystem stretches across northern Tanzania and southern Kenya. For millions of years, geological forces shaped this landscape. Volcanoes created fertile soils. Rivers carved pathways. Seasonal rains transformed dry plains into fields of life. This environment supports one of the most extraordinary concentrations of wildlife on the planet. But the Serengeti is not defined by individual animals. Its true story is about relationships. The migration works because countless species are connected. Zebras move ahead, consuming tougher grasses. Wildebeest follow, feeding on newly available growth. Predators follow the movement of prey. Scavengers depend on the cycle. A single journey becomes a network of survival. The migration is controlled by something humans cannot command: the weather. Rain determines where life can continue. For the animals of the Serengeti, every season presents a new challenge. Find food, find water, protect the young, continue forward. For generations, communities living alongside the Serengeti have understood this landscape through direct experience. The animals are not simply visitors, they are part of a shared environment, a relationship built through observation, respect, and adaptation. The migration is beautiful, but it is not easy. Every journey across the Serengeti carries risk. Predators depend on these movements. The strongest survive. Others become part of the same cycle that continues life. In nature, survival is not about victory over others. It is about balance. Every creature has a role. Every moment is connected. The future of the Great Migration depends on something larger than the animals themselves. It depends on preserving the landscape. Protecting the Serengeti means protecting the relationships that have existed here for thousands of years. The Great Migration reminds us that life on Earth is not a collection of separate stories. It is one connected journey. Everything depends on something else. The grass depends on the rain. The animals depend on the grass. The ecosystem depends on balance. And humanity depends on the survival of the natural world around us. Across Africa, other ancient relationships between humans and wildlife continue to reveal the extraordinary diversity of life on Earth. Deep within the forests of Central Africa, hidden among mountains and mist, lives one of Earth's most remarkable creatures, the mountain gorilla. Today they represent something even more important, a connection. A reminder that humanity's story is not separate from the natural world. We share ancient origins with these animals, and protecting them means protecting a part of our own history. Mountain gorillas live in the forests of the Virunga Mountains and Windy region, a world of steep slopes and volcanic soils. Here, every day follows the rhythms of the forest. Families move together, mothers protect their young, silverbacks guide and defend their groups. Despite their powerful appearance, gorillas are highly social animals. Their lives are built around relationships, trust, communication, memory. The forest is the foundation of their society. The encounter is brief, usually only a single hour, but the experience often feels much larger than time. A gorilla looking directly at a human creates a rare moment of recognition, a reminder that the distance between species is not as great. The recovery of mountain gorilla populations demonstrates an important lesson. Conservation is about creating relationships that endure. In the quiet of the forest, a mountain gorilla reveals something profound. We are all part of the same ancient journey. To preserve these places is to protect a shared inheritance, and beyond the mountains, another world waits beneath the ocean's surface. Far from continental shores, isolated in the Pacific Ocean, lies an archipelago where life followed a different path. The Galápagos Islands are more than a collection of landscapes. They are a record of adaptation, a place where species changed over generations, responding to challenges created by distance, climate, and isolation. Here, nature reveals one of its greatest mysteries. How does life transform? When Charles Darwin visited in the 19th century, he observed something extraordinary. Animals on different islands shared similarities, yet they were also different. The same ancestors had adapted to different environments. Over time, isolation created diversity. The islands helped inspire ideas that would transform humanity's understanding of the natural world. The Galapagos teaches us that evolution is not a destination. It is a continuous process. Life is always responding. But isolation also creates vulnerability. Species that evolved without major predators can struggle when new pressures arrive. The same uniqueness that makes islands extraordinary also makes them fragile. Protecting the Galapagos means protecting where the story of life can continue. Across the world, another group of islands preserves a different chapter of evolution. Not a world of gentle giants, but a landscape ruled by predators. On the islands of Indonesia, another evolutionary story continues. The Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard on Earth, a survivor from an ancient lineage. For millions of years, these islands allowed unique species to develop in isolation. Here, the past still feels present. The Komodo dragon exists because an entire ecosystem exists around it. Its survival depends on forests, prey species, and careful protection. The Galápagos and Komodo remind us of a powerful truth. Earth is not a single environment. It is a collection of countless worlds, each shaped by time, each carrying its own story, each requiring our understanding and protection. On isolated islands, evolution writes some of its most fascinating chapters. A bird's beak, a tortoise's shell, a dragon's survival. Small changes across enormous stretches of time create the incredible diversity of life surrounding us. As our journey continues, we leave the islands behind and travel toward the coldest regions of Earth, where survival exists at the edge of possibility. At the southern edge of the planet lies a continent unlike any other. Antarctica, a place where temperatures fall beyond human comfort, where mountains rise beneath layers of ancient ice, where the landscape appears empty. Yet beneath this frozen world exists one of Earth's most remarkable ecosystems. Antarctica is not a place without life. It is a place where life has learned to endure. For emperor penguins, survival is a journey measured in extremes. They travel across frozen landscapes. They endure months of darkness. Their survival depends on cooperation. Thousands gather together, sharing warmth against the Antarctic cold. Every creature in Antarctica is connected to the ocean. Tiny organisms called krill support a food chain that reaches from microscopic life to whales. Scientists travel here not only to understand Antarctica's past, they come to understand Earth's future. The ice contains a record of climate stretching back hundreds of thousands of years, a history written layer by layer. Far to the north, another frozen world faces a different reality. The Arctic is not a continent, it is an ocean surrounded by land. For thousands of years, indigenous communities have lived with its rhythms. They understand the movement of animals and the behavior of weather. The ice at the edges of the planet is not separate from our lives. It is part of the same system that sustains us. More than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by ocean, yet much of this world remains unknown. Along Australia's northeastern coast lies the Great Barrier Reef. It is a living structure created over thousands of years by tiny coral organisms. Whales migrate thousands of kilometers, following ancient routes. Their journeys remind us that the ocean is one continuous living system. Scientists studying whales are discovering that these animals possess complex communication, social relationships, and memories. Much of Earth's balance depends on life that most humans rarely see. Microscopic life helps regulate the planet's atmosphere. The ocean has always shaped human civilization, but its future depends on choices made on land. Across plains, forests, islands, ice, and oceans, one truth appears again and again. Life survives through connection. Across deserts, oceans, forests, and mountains, wildlife reveals the incredible diversity of life on our planet. Every species carries a story of adaptation and survival. Yet humans have always shared the same instinct that drives every living creature: the desire to explore beyond the familiar, to cross unknown landscapes, to follow distant horizons, to discover what lies beyond the next mountain, the next coastline, and the next frontier. The journey itself now becomes the destination. At the southern edge of South America lies a land shaped by distance, Patagonia. A place where mountains rise from the horizon, glaciers move through valleys, and the wind seems to define the landscape itself. For centuries, this region represented the unknown, a frontier at the edge of maps. Today, travelers arrive seeking adventure. But Patagonia offers something deeper, a reminder of what it feels like to enter a world where nature remains larger than humanity. Every step through Patagonia is a journey through Earth's history. The mountains of Torres del Paine appear almost impossible, vertical granite towers shaped by millions of years of geological forces. A journey through Patagonia is measured differently, not by speed but by moments. The first glimpse of a mountain after hours of walking, the realization that the landscape continues far beyond human scale. In Patagonia, distance is not only a challenge, it is part of the identity. Among its most extraordinary landscapes are its glaciers, massive rivers of ice records of time and the planet's systems. Patagonia teaches us that the value of a place is found in what the journey changes within us. And beyond the southern edge, another landscape calls. For centuries, the Himalayas have represented one of humanity's greatest challenges. Among these giants stands Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth. But the mountain is not simply a destination, it is a teacher. The journey passes through valleys shaped by rivers and crosses bridges suspended above deep valleys. For the Sherpa people, the Himalayas are home. Their knowledge has guided explorers for generations, grounded in respecting the power of nature. As altitude increases, the human body enters a different world. The journey is not a race upward, it is an exercise in adaptation. These mountains, created by the collision of tectonic plates, continue to rise slowly over geological time. They are spiritual landscapes holding deep cultural significance. At Everest Base Camp, the greatest achievement is not reaching the highest point. It is understanding what it required to arrive here. It is about discovering our relationship with the natural world. From the roof of the world, we travel to islands born of fire and ice. New Zealand is a country where every road seems to lead into another world. Coastlines become rainforests and volcanic valleys transform into alpine wilderness. This landscape continues to evolve. Volcanoes create new land, earthquakes reshape mountains, and glaciers carve valleys. Here, geology stands openly before us. Maori communities have developed a deep relationship with these islands, where the land is connected to identity and responsibility. Mountains, rivers, and forests carried stories passed through generations. To understand New Zealand, one must understand that landscapes are cultural. They hold memories and meaning. A road journey here reveals that the greatest discoveries are often not waiting at the end of the road, but appear along the way, in unexpected landscapes, in conversations, and in moments of observation. Adventure is not only about reaching extraordinary places. It is about allowing the journey to change our perspective. Because every road across Earth carries more than distance. It carries stories. And some journeys stay with us long after we return home. In the North Atlantic, where ocean meets Arctic air, lies an island still being shaped by the forces beneath it. Iceland, a place where fire rises from beneath the earth, where glaciers slowly carve the land, and where water transforms the landscape every day. To travel across Iceland is to travel through a planet in motion. The ring road circles Iceland's extraordinary landscapes, but the road is more than a route between places. It is an invitation to observe change. A glacier disappears into the ocean. A waterfall cuts through ancient rock. A small village survives beside a powerful sea. For people who call Iceland home, nature is not a background, it is a daily presence. The land shapes identity. Water is one of Iceland's greatest storytellers. It falls from mountains, flows beneath glaciers, and carries fragments of landscapes shaped over thousands of years. These landscapes remind us that Earth's greatest monuments are not always built by humans. Some are created slowly by time itself. Beneath the surface lies enormous geological energy. Heat from beneath the Earth warms homes, creates energy, and supports communities. Iceland represents a rare relationship between humans and geological forces, learning to live alongside it. For many travelers, Iceland's greatest moment arrives after darkness falls, the Northern Lights. A reminder that Earth is connected to forces far beyond itself. Iceland teaches us that exploration is not only about discovering places, it is about witnessing processes. A journey across Iceland reveals a planet that is not finished, it is alive. The greatest journeys are not only measured by distance traveled, but by the changes they create within us. For thousands of years, humans have crossed the Sahara, a desert so vast it feels like an ocean without water. Here, survival depends on knowledge, reading the stars, understanding the winds. The Sahara teaches a slower journey measured by patience. The Sahara has never been empty. For centuries, communities have created lives among its changing landscapes. Places that appear harsh often contain some of humanity's richest stories. Across Europe, another journey has connected people for more than 1,000 years, the Camino de Santiago, a network of paths walked by pilgrims, travelers, and seekers. People arrive with different reasons. Some seek faith, some reflection. But along the way, something changes. The journey creates connections between strangers. It offers a return to simplicity. One step, one conversation, one landscape at a time. Before roads crossed continents, oceans connected humanity. Across thousands of years, explorers followed stars and reed currents to discover new worlds. The ocean was not a barrier, it was a pathway. Every journey begins with uncertainty. But exploration is driven by the same human desire to understand what lies beyond the horizon. The greatest journeys on Earth are not simply movements across landscapes. They are encounters with nature, with cultures, and with ourselves. A road, a trail, a mountain, or an ocean crossing can reveal something that no map can show. The world is not only waiting to be seen, it is waiting to be experienced. Every journey changes the person who takes it. Mountains teach patience, oceans reveal connection, deserts reveal resilience, roads reveal unexpected stories. But the greatest discoveries are not only found in landscapes, they are found in people, in traditions passed through generations, in celebrations that bring communities together, in cultures that reveal the endless creativity of humanity. Our final chapter explores the experiences that connect us all. Japan is a country where time is experienced differently. Here, the changing seasons are not simply changes in weather. They are moments of reflection. Spring blossoms, summer festivals, autumn colors, winter, silence. Each season carries its own traditions, emotions, and memories. To travel through Japan is to experience a culture built around noticing the beauty of passing moments. For more than 1,000 years, Kyoto served as the cultural heart of Japan. Its temples, gardens, and traditional neighborhoods preserve centuries of artistic achievement. But these places are not museums. They remain living environments, places where rituals continue, where craftsmanship survives, where generations pass knowledge forward. Japanese craftsmanship is built on patience. A single object may require years of learning. The goal is not simply perfection, it is respect for the process. Across Japan, nature is deeply connected to everyday life. Mountains are sacred, forests are places of reflection. Gardens are designed not to control nature, but to express harmony with it. The Japanese concept of harmony between humans and nature appears in architecture, food, art, and daily rituals. It reflects an idea that the environment is not separate from human life. It is part of it. Tokyo represents another side of Japan, a city constantly moving forward, one of the world's largest urban environments. Yet beneath the technology and speed remain traditions that continue to shape daily life. Japan's identity is not found by choosing between old and new. It exists in the relationship between them. Ancient customs continue alongside innovation. Food in Japan reflects the same philosophy found throughout its culture: attention, balance, seasonality. A meal is not only about taste. It is about understanding where ingredients come from and respecting the moment. Japan reveals that exploration is not always about finding something unknown. Sometimes it is about learning to see differently. The greatest discoveries often come from paying closer attention. And beyond Japan, our journey continues into some of humanity's most powerful celebrations of identity and shared experience. India is not a single story, it is thousands of stories existing together. A country shaped by ancient civilizations, powerful empires, spiritual traditions, and countless communities. To travel across India is to move through layers of time. Ancient cities stand beside modern skylines. The past is not forgotten. It remains part of everyday life. Along the banks of the Ganges lies Varanasi, one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities. For generations, people have come here seeking connection, reflection, and spiritual meaning. The river is not simply water. It is a symbol, a place where daily life, faith, and tradition meet. For those who live here, the river is part of their identity. It carries memories, ceremonies, stories passed down. Across India, architecture reveals encounters between cultures, religions, and generations. The Taj Mahal stands as a symbol of love. Ancient temples demonstrate extraordinary craftsmanship. Fortresses tell stories of kingdoms and changing worlds. These monuments are not only achievements of engineering, they are expressions of human imagination. Every year, millions of people gather for festivals that transform ordinary streets into extraordinary experiences. Holi fills communities with color. Diwali illuminates homes and cities with light. These celebrations are more than events. They are expressions of belonging. Festivals connect generations. They preserve stories while allowing each new generation to create its own memories. India's diversity can also be discovered through taste. Every region tells a different story through food. Spices reflect ancient trade routes. Cooking techniques preserve family traditions. Meals bring communities together. India reveals that a civilization is not preserved only through monuments. It survives through people, through rituals, through stories, through the simple actions repeated every day. A journey through India is a journey through humanity's ability to remember. And as our exploration continues, we move toward places where culture becomes a celebration shared through music and collective joy. Across the world, humans have always created moments when ordinary life becomes extraordinary. A festival is more than a performance. It is a memory shared by thousands, a connection between generations, a way for communities to express who they are. For a few days, streets become stages, cities become stories. In Rio de Janeiro, Carnival is one of the world's most recognized celebrations. But behind the spectacle is a deeper story. It represents months of dedication. Families and neighborhoods work together to create music, costumes, and performances that tell stories. The rhythms of Carnival carry memories from many cultures. They reflect the history of Brazil itself, a nation shaped by many voices. Across the Atlantic, another city celebrates through a different language. Venice. A city built on water, a place where art, history, and imagination have shaped life for centuries. The masks of Venice transform identity. For a brief moment, social boundaries disappear. People become characters in a living theater. Though separated by oceans, Rio and Venice reveal the same human desire to create, to remember, to belong. Across thousands of years, civilizations have attempted to leave something behind. The ancient world is not silent. Its voices remain carved into stone. Along the Nile River, ancient Egypt developed extraordinary knowledge of mathematics and architecture. The pyramids remain among humanity's most remarkable achievements. The pyramids represented a belief that life continued beyond death, a civilization searching for a connection between Earth and eternity. Across the Aegean Sea, ancient Greece gave the world new ways of thinking about democracy, philosophy, and art. The theaters of Greece were places where communities gathered. The stones remain, but the ideas continue to live. Rome transformed the ancient world through engineering. Its roads connected continents. Its aqueducts carried water across vast landscapes. The Roman Colosseum stands surrounded by modern city life. A civilization capable of extraordinary achievements while shaped by conflict. Every generation inherits the questions asked by those who came before. Who are we? What will we leave behind? Earth is often measured by its landmarks, but the true value is found in the experiences they create. Nature reminds us that humanity exists within something much larger, a whale moving through the ocean, a glacier changing over centuries. To experience Earth's wonders is also to recognize our responsibility toward them. The places that inspire us depend on our choices. The world's greatest places are not empty landscapes. They are living worlds. Exploration changes the person who undertakes it. Earth is not a collection of destinations. It is an invitation to experience the extraordinary planet we call home. Before we leave this world, there is still so much of it waiting to be discovered.